I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Houston Oilers and the Oilers and Desperados. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Oilers and the Austin Desperados. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Let's go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Come. Take your hand
Back to throw now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, D, let's go. Now.
2nd and 11. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And let's look here at the Houston offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
On 2nd down now, it's Chapman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Cohen. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. They'll set up a throw.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
91. 53, check play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5.
Set, ready? 18 Gators. Check, 53, mark. Target. 5.
Back to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And to give this time to the tailback. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of it after a pickup of 5 or 6. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And Tucson.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They run the counter. Chapman pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm here all day. Check 59. Mike is 59.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
70, Indy.
5 yards on the play.
They did not. Look up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Barrett. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Put up.
Mike, check. 59.
Don't shoot.
Off the play fake. Cohen under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a deep end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Cohen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with 22, and he needed plenty more.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ready? 60 or. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. He'll buy some time right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check it back, check it back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
50, plant.
On 2nd down, it's Chapman. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. On 3rd down, it's Chapman. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Cohen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near mid-49. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Cohen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barrett. And he's taken down inside the 30. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll run it gun. And only able to muster a count to about the 27. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Operating from the gun, Cohen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
Not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. To throw on second down, Cohen. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. But when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. More of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 to the right of the formation on second down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Cohen looking middle, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. From the gun, Cohen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barrett. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
15-1.
On first down, Cohen. He gets it to Thomas. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Let's go.
Plays on this drive, Charles, all passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
On first and 10, Cohen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Cohen. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
The outlaw.
Throwing on first down. Cohen over the middle, complete. That's Chapman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up second and 4.
On on second down now. Kerr. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. On third down, it's Chipman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And on now is Hunter as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down.
So part of the next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing to start the drive. Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just a yard on there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Operating from the gun. Cohen. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. Chapman. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chapman. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Let's go. 90
Get
On third down, Cohen. And Thomas has it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Cohen. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cohen throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Cohen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cohen. That is caught at the 7. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Good job.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Austin, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. He'll drop to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. They'll drop the throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They're going to look to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
18 Gator. Left coming, left coming. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
53, Mike 53.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. He's coming, he's coming.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
To throw on second down. Cohen going right side here, and that's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The offense on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Cohen looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. Shot, I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Watch left. Check.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh!
Check. 53 is mine. Bandit.
Ready!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Sack, baby.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baker. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Let's get off the field.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Switch up, switch up.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49.
On 2nd down, Kerr. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there on a 1st down. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st down, it's Chapman. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Chapman. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. Back to throw here. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll set up to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Ready.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
Get it.
On second down now. It's Chapman. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
10 Houston.
First down, Oilers.
Let's go, boys.